Right now, someone on a dating app is systematically destroying your self-worth, and you're helping them do it. Every swipe, every match, every conversation is part of a calculated psychological manipulation designed to make you feel worthless, desperate, and completely dependent on their validation. You think you're looking for love, but you're actually being trained like a lab rat to accept less and less while giving more and more of yourself. And here's the terrifying part. The manipulation tactics being used on dating apps in 2025 are so sophisticated that even relationship experts are falling for them. What I'm about to show you will fundamentally change how you see every match, every message, and every person you meet online. Because you're not just dating, you're being psychologically manipulated by people who have turned emotional destruction into an art form. I've spent the last 3 years studying dating app manipulation tactics, analyzing thousands of conversations, and interviewing victims of systematic emotional abuse through dating platforms. After reviewing internal documents from major dating companies and speaking with former app developers who quit in disgust, I can tell you that what's happening on dating apps isn't dating, it's psychological warfare. I've seen the algorithms designed to keep you single and desperate. I've read the research papers on how to exploit loneliness for profit. I've analyzed the manipulation techniques that are so effective they're being taught in pickup artist courses and used by narcissists worldwide. But first, I need you to do something right now, and I want you to comment your honest answer below. In the last month, how many times has someone on a dating app made you question your own worth? How many times have you felt like you weren't good enough, attractive enough, or interesting enough? Keep that feeling in mind, because what I'm about to reveal will show you exactly how that feeling was manufactured and weaponized against you. Dating apps have created the perfect environment for psychological manipulation, and the tactics being used are more sophisticated than anything we've seen before. These aren't just bad dating behaviors, they're calculated psychological attacks designed to destroy your self-worth and make you emotionally dependent. Love bombing. This is where someone overwhelms you with excessive attention, affection, and promises in the first few days or weeks. They text you constantly, call you their soulmate, talk about your future together, and make you feel like you found the one. But this isn't love. It's a manipulation tactic designed to create artificial intimacy and emotional dependency. Once you're hooked, they pull back, leaving you desperate to get that feeling back. Breadcrumbing. This is worse than ghosting. Instead of disappearing completely, they send just enough attention to keep you hoping. A like here, a message there, just enough to prevent you from moving on, but never enough to actually build a relationship. They're keeping you as a backup option while they explore other people, and they're using your hope against you. Cookie jarring. This is where they keep you in the jar as one of many options, giving you just enough attention to stay interested, but never committing. You're not their priority, you're their convenience. They reach for you when they're bored, lonely, or when their other options fall through. Banksying. This is the newest manipulation tactic where they create elaborate emotional art projects out of your feelings. They build you up, tear you down, then disappear like a street artist, leaving you to wonder if what you experienced was even real. But here's what makes these tactics so destructive. They're specifically designed to target your self-worth. Every time you experience one of these manipulations, you internalize the message that you're not worthy of consistent love, attention, or respect. You start believing that this is what you deserve. Dating apps aren't just platforms for meeting people. They're psychological manipulation machines designed to keep you single, desperate, and spending money. Here's how they enable and encourage the manipulation that's destroying your self-worth. Artificial scarcity. Dating apps deliberately limit your matches and hide potential connections to create artificial scarcity. They make you feel like good people are rare and hard to find, which makes you more likely to tolerate bad behavior from the matches you do get. When you think someone might be your only chance, you'll accept treatment you would never tolerate otherwise. Intermittent reinforcement. Just like slot machines, dating apps use unpredictable rewards to create addiction. Sometimes you get a great match, sometimes you get ignored, sometimes you get manipulated. This unpredictability creates a psychological dependency that makes you keep coming back for more, even when the experience is destroying your mental health. Vulnerability exploitation. Dating apps collect data on when you're most lonely, most desperate, and most likely to make poor decisions. They know when you've been rejected, when you're feeling insecure, and when you're most vulnerable to manipulation. Then they show you profiles and send you notifications at exactly those moments when your defenses are down. Gamification of human connection. By turning dating into a game with swipes, matches, and scores, dating apps dehumanize the people you're interacting with. This makes it easier for manipulators to see you as a player in their game rather than a real person with real feelings. The apps profit from your desperation. The longer you stay single and searching, the more money they make. They have a financial incentive to keep you unhappy, insecure, and constantly looking for validation through their platform. Think about this. What did your last dating app conversation do to your self-esteem? Did it make you feel better about yourself? Or did it leave you questioning your worth? Comment below with your honest answer, because I guarantee the app was designed to create that exact emotional response. To understand how dating app manipulation destroys your self-worth, you need to understand the psychology behind why these tactics are so effective. Manipulators on dating apps exploit 3 fundamental human needs that we can't consciously control. First, the need for validation. Humans are hardwired to seek approval and validation from others for survival. Dating app manipulators exploit this by giving you intense validation at the beginning, love bombing, then gradually withdrawing it. This creates a psychological dependency where you start measuring your worth by their attention. Second, the need for consistency. Your brain wants to believe that people are consistent and that relationships follow predictable patterns. When someone love bombs you then disappears, your brain tries to make sense of the inconsistency by assuming you did something wrong. This is why breadcrumbing is so effective. Your brain keeps hoping they'll return to the loving person they were at the beginning. Third, the need for control. When someone manipulates you, you feel powerless and out of control. To regain a sense of control, your brain convinces you that if you just change something about yourself, if you're more attractive, more interesting, more available, you can get the relationship back on track. This is how manipulation turns into self-blame and self-destruction. But here's the most insidious part. Dating app manipulation is designed to be addictive. Every time you experience love bombing followed by withdrawal, your brain releases stress hormones that create a trauma bond. You become literally addicted to the person who's hurting you, and you start believing that the intense highs and lows are what love feels like. The manipulation rewires your brain to accept less and less while giving more and more. You start believing that you have to earn love, that you're not worthy of consistent kindness, and that relationships are supposed to be difficult and painful. This is how dating app manipulation doesn't just hurt you in the moment, it damages your ability to recognize and accept healthy love in the future. After studying how dating app manipulation destroys self-worth, I've developed what I call the SWIPE defense method, your comprehensive protection system against dating apps' psychological manipulation. This isn't just about avoiding bad people, it's about preserving your self-worth in an environment designed to destroy it. Stop automatic responses. Before you respond to any message, pause and ask yourself, how does this message make me feel about myself? Manipulators are experts at crafting messages that trigger insecurity, desperation, or the need to prove yourself. Healthy communication makes you feel valued and respected, not defensive. Watch for manipulation patterns. Learn to recognize the manipulation tactics I've described. Love bombing feels amazing, but it's not sustainable or real. If someone is calling you their soulmate after 3 days, they're manipulating you. Breadcrumbing feels like hope, but it's actually cruelty. If someone only contacts you sporadically with minimal effort, they're keeping you as a backup option.
Investigate their behavior consistency. Pay attention to whether their words match their actions over time. Manipulators are inconsistent. They say one thing and do another. They make promises they don't keep, plans they don't follow through on, and commitments they don't honor. Healthy people are consistent in their interest, effort, and treatment of you. Protect your self-worth boundaries. Decide in advance what treatment you will and won't accept, and stick to those boundaries regardless of how much you like someone. Your self-worth is not negotiable. If someone makes you feel bad about yourself, question your value, or doubt your worth, they are not the right person for you, no matter how attractive or charming they seem. E. Exit when red flags appear. The moment you recognize manipulation tactics, end the interaction immediately. Don't try to fix them, change them, or prove your worth to them. Manipulators count on your hope, your empathy, and your desire to see the best in people. The only way to protect yourself is to leave at the first sign of manipulation, not the 10th. This method isn't just about protecting yourself from bad people. It's about training your brain to recognize and expect healthy treatment. Every time you use the SWIP method, you're reinforcing your own worth and building psychological immunity to manipulation. Let me show you exactly how these manipulation tactics look in real conversations, so you can recognize them immediately when they happen to you. Love bombing example. I can't believe I found you. You're everything I've been looking for. I've never felt this way about anyone before. I think you might be my soulmate. I can't wait to introduce you to my family. I'm already planning our future together. This message feels amazing, but it's manipulation. No one falls in love with a stranger based on a dating profile. This is designed to make you feel special and chosen, but it's actually a red flag. Breadcrumbing example. They send you a fire emoji on your story but don't respond to your message. They like your photos but don't make plans. They text, "Hey beautiful," but disappear when you try to have a real conversation. They're giving you just enough attention to keep you interested, but never enough to build anything real. Cookie jarring example. They message you intensely for a few days, then disappear for weeks. When they come back, they act like nothing happened and expect you to be available immediately. They treat you like a convenience store, only visiting when they need something, never investing in the relationship. Negging example. You're pretty, but you'd be stunning if you lost a few pounds. You seem smart for someone who didn't go to college. I usually don't date girls like you, but there's something about you. These comments are designed to lower your self-esteem while making you grateful for their attention. Here's your homework. Screenshot the last conversation that made you feel bad about yourself and analyze it using the SWIP method. Don't share the screenshot, but comment below with what manipulation tactic was being used. I predict you'll be shocked at how obvious the manipulation becomes once you know what to look for. The manipulation tactics I've shown you are just the beginning. Dating app manipulation is evolving rapidly, and the techniques being developed will make current manipulation look primitive. AI-powered manipulation. Dating apps are developing AI that can analyze your psychological profile and create custom manipulation strategies designed specifically for your vulnerabilities. The AI will know exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to say it to maximize your emotional dependency. Deepfake emotional manipulation. Soon, manipulators will be able to create fake videos and voice messages that appear to be from people you care about, recommending their dating profiles or vouching for their character. The emotional manipulation will be impossible to resist because it will use the voices and faces of people you trust. Biometric manipulation. Dating apps are working on technology that will monitor your heart rate, stress levels, and emotional state in real time. They'll know exactly when you're most vulnerable and will send you matches and messages at those precise moments when your defenses are down. Social network manipulation. Future dating manipulation will extend beyond the apps to your entire social network. Manipulators will be able to influence your friends, family, and coworkers to pressure you into relationships or to validate their behavior. The window to protect yourself is closing rapidly. Every day you wait to implement these defense strategies, dating manipulation becomes more sophisticated and harder to resist. The techniques I'm sharing today might not work against the manipulation tactics of tomorrow. You can start protecting yourself from dating app manipulation right now. Here are 5 things you can do immediately to preserve your self-worth and avoid psychological manipulation. First, set a 48-hour rule before responding to any intense emotional message. Love bombing and manipulation tactics rely on immediate emotional responses. By waiting 48 hours, you give yourself time to think clearly and recognize manipulation patterns. Second, create a self-worth baseline before you start dating. Write down your positive qualities, your values, and what you deserve in a relationship. Refer back to this list whenever someone makes you question your worth. Your value doesn't change based on someone else's opinion of you. Third, limit your daily app usage to 30 minutes maximum. The more time you spend on dating apps, the more vulnerable you become to manipulation. Set a timer and stick to it. Your mental health is more important than finding a match. Fourth, tell a trusted friend about anyone you're talking to. Manipulators isolate their victims and discourage outside perspectives. By involving a friend, you create accountability and get an objective view of the person's behavior. Fifth, practice saying no to requests that make you uncomfortable. Manipulators test your boundaries early to see how much they can get away with. If you can't say no to small requests, you won't be able to say no to bigger manipulations. You now know something that most people using dating apps will never understand. You're not failing at dating. You're being systematically manipulated by people who have turned emotional destruction into a science. But knowledge without action is worthless, and your self-worth is under attack every day you wait to implement these defenses. The manipulation tactics being used on dating apps are getting more sophisticated every day. The people using these tactics are getting better at hiding their intentions and exploiting your vulnerabilities. The longer you wait to protect yourself, the more damage they can do to your self-worth and your ability to recognize healthy love. Some people will watch this video, recognize themselves in these scenarios, then go back to the same apps and fall for the same manipulation because change feels scary. Don't be one of those people. Your emotional well-being and your future relationships depend on the actions you take in the next 24 hours. Here's your second homework assignment. Implement the SWIP method on your next 3 dating app interactions. Comment below with which step was most eye-opening for you. I want to see proof that you're taking action to protect your self-worth. Subscribe now because I share psychological defense techniques that most people will never learn. And once dating manipulation becomes completely AI-powered, these human-based defense methods might not work anymore. Hit the notification bell because the next video could contain the strategy that saves you from years of emotional manipulation and self-worth destruction. Remember, in a world where dating apps are designed to exploit your loneliness and destroy your self-worth, the person who understands the manipulation controls their own romantic destiny. The person who doesn't becomes a victim of psychological warfare disguised as dating. Your self-worth is not negotiable. Protect it like your life depends on it, because your happiness absolutely does.